The solemnity of the Holy Trinity. The Trinity. One God, three persons. It's a pretty complex teaching. It's a pretty complex theology. It's not simply numerical, 3, 1, 1, 3. How do we know that there is one God and three persons? 1,600 years ago, St. Augustine, the great doctor of the church, was walking along the shores of North Africa, reflecting and trying to understand the Trinity. And as he's walking along, he sees a young boy who's digging a hole in the sand. And then the boy is going with a bucket to the sea, running back to the hole, and pouring the water into the hole. And Augustine asked him, "Son, what are you doing?" The boy said, "I'm trying to take all that water over there and put it in that hole right here." And Augustine said, "Son, that's impossible." And then the boy replied to him in a way that made Augustine realize what understanding the Trinity is all about. As Augustine said, "That's impossible to put all that water into that hole." The boy said, "So is trying to understand the Trinity." So how do we know the Trinity? Three persons in one God. How do we know this? Because Jesus revealed it. And then the church has developed a doctrine. We cannot come to this understanding with our own minds, with our own reason, but we accept it as fact. And then because of that, we can use that as a starting point to do theology. We can use our minds to understand what the Trinity might mean in our own lives, to see what effect it might have in our lives. So what we're going to do is a little theological exercise, starting with three persons, one God. And we know from St. John that God is love. So there's a unity of love in God. Now let's take another theological principle from Genesis. Man is made in the image and likeness of God. We are all stamped with that divine image. That means we're supposed to reflect that divine image in our lives. That's what we're made for. That means as human beings, we're supposed to reflect love in our lives. Living a life of love is what you were created to do. And anything that goes against that is ultimately harmful. Harmful for you, harmful for the people around you, and harmful for the world. As human beings, we are supposed to love. I don't really see a lot of love in the world today. Now, I'm not making a political statement one way or another. Just mere observation. I don't see a lot of love. If you're going to make any meaningful impact on the world, it begins with love. And it begins with the people who are immediately around you, the people you immediately interact with. Your spouse, your family, your friends, your fellow Christians, your pastor. If you're going to make any meaningful impact on the world, it begins with love. And you have to understand, I hope you know this, that none of us here are perfect. So part of love is asking for forgiveness when you mess up. And maybe even harder, forgiving people when they mess up. Without forgiveness, there is no love. There seems to be a lack of love in the world today. Which means there are a lot of things that need to change in the world today. A lot of things need to change. And out of all those things that need to change, you know what's the most important thing that needs to change? You and me.